Lights out, we're underway. Motorsport Republica podcast.
Lissy's list. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen,
This is a big one.
James and I have this argument most weeks, and I want to talk about my top 5 racing circuits in the world.
Racing circuits. So for any category, anything?
Yeah, a combination of both, probably V8 Supercars, MotoGP, Formula One, those sort of things. I'm not talking about what's the where the motocross go on the weekend?
Red Bud,
Black Rock. Not
Black
talking,
Rock.
not talking
So
about,
asphalt Grand Prix circuits.
yeah, asphalt Grand Prix circuit.
Not
So
Red Bud.
I'll start 5th to 1st this time, Jimmy boy, because I know you got angry at me last time.
Yeah, that was annoying. You got to leave them in suspense.
So I couldn't split them, and I probably should have done a top 6, but I couldn't split them. So equal 5th for me is Suzuka in Japan. Known for a MotoGP circuit back in the day, obviously more famously now for a Formula One. So opened in 1962, Jimmy boy, Suzuka, as a Honda test track, still owned by Honda to this day. The S's for me is probably the most amazing stretch of, track in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, that direction change. I remember seeing a Red Bull in 2010 to 2013. Sebastian Vettel, just unbelievable. It is a great track. Figure 8, so it's very rare to have that.
Yeah.
130R at the end of the track's an unbelievable cool corner. We saw incidents over the years, not incidents, but racing over the years with your Alonso's and Schumacher. And then obviously that famous Prost and Senna incident to the last corner. So one of our favourites.
Just to add on that, a great thing about circuits is natural landscapes for fans to watch from, like a hill, and Suzuka's full of that.
And grass.
Yeah, true.
I mean,
Sets on fire.
This year we had some issues with the grass, but having green grass for me is just a beautiful thing to see on a race circuit. I don't want to see any of that AstroTurf.
Yeah.
I just green grass. I love seeing it. So, equal 5th. I couldn't leave it out, Jimmy boy. It's Phillip Island.
Well, 5th, Phillip Islands.
Phillip Island, equal 5th. Yeah. So, an unbelievable track for MotoGP. Probably one of the riders' favourite. We always say that over the years.
Yeah.
I'm going to say quite a simple track. Probably the simplest track out of all my top 6, I'm going to say. We've been going down there. I've been going down there since I was seriously 1 day old. So for me, Phillip Island is a majestic place, and we've been going down there for the last 10 to 15 years. Little kids, walking into that Friday morning, you hear those Moto3 bikes. It used to be 2 strokes, now it's 4 strokes going around that track. Oh, I mean, just take me there.
The greatest.
Take me there.
The greatest.
Our weekend down at Phillip Island's evolved over the years, and it was sitting on a camp chair, and now it's in the back of the paddock, finding out all the latest goss and
running around,
talking to the bros. But yeah, it's still the most amazing place. Facilities wise, terrible.
Yeah.
But would you change it? No, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't change it.
I'd put a DJ somewhere and put some nice
100%.
music. That's what I would do.
The great thing about Phillip Island, though, is they always say it's a track that takes heaps of balls for riders. And another awesome thing about Phillip Island is you're actually so close to the action as a spectator.
Yes.
Turn 1, you can almost put your hand out and touch someone.
They're trying to put these catch fences up.
Yeah.
Still hasn't happened at turn 1, which it is gonna happen soon from all reports. But it is amazing, and it is
old. It's still old school.
Still
very
old
raw.
school. Old school concrete. A concrete barrier to split the fans from the track. I mean, that's all you have. You can. It is incredible. And then, Stoner Corner. I mean, how amazing is that? I mean, it was made famous by Casey Stoner.
Turn 12, Melandri.
Turn 12, the hottest a rear tyre will get through the whole year in the MotoGP season.
Yeah.
James, sure, you know about that.
And the backdrop of the ocean going over.
That's just,
Isn't that scenic?
That's so scenic. And MG, Lukey Heights, I mean, just classic names. So
I'll be cutting laps around there this weekend in a go-kart.
All right, so 4th on my list, Circuit de la Sarthe.
Wow, I wouldn't have thought that.
It is, I mean, it's, as I said, all circuits. We're going to talk all circuits. It's
This is your list, mate.
It's, again, it's a mixture of a traditional circuit that they use in the MotoGP, the Le Mans track, they call it, the Le Mans circuit, the Bugatti circuit, I should say. But this is the world-famous, 14-kilometre Circuit de la Sarthe. It used to be a long straight, and they've split into 3 now with these little chicanes, which probably makes the racing a little bit more exciting. But back in the day, it would have been just amazing, would it be 3 or 4 minutes just flat down that straight?
Wild.
I know, it's wild. And then obviously you go through that back section, you got the Porsche curve, Indianapolis, the S's. And then, you come onto that front straight and you got those two tight chicanes into the front straight and then that beautiful long right hand at the start. It's a beautiful track. 24-hour Le Mans obviously is the most famous event that goes on there. And it's something that I love. We love watching every year. So we'll long live in the memory the Circuit de la Sarthe.
Is it used any other time other than the Le Mans 24 hour?
So, James, I'll tell you something super funny. We're talking to Damien Cudlin in a podcast, and he's talking about the 24-hour Le Mans. And I'm thinking, should I ask him like how crazy the straight was? The straight was in the middle of the night. And I always asked it. And I think, you dickhead, it's not in the... They just used the Bugatti circuit. Imagine how fool I would have made of myself. I would have telling you I never would have lived that down. I would never have lived that down.
I remember you saying that.
Oh, God, I was so close to asking it. God, that would have been
I wonder what held you back. Did you just have a realization?
Realization. A light bulb moment, they call it. All right, so third on the list, or third? That was fourth, now it's third. Yep. Bathurst, Mount Panorama.
Oh, I never thought of that, of course.
Yeah, it's, again, for us as Aussies and growing up and watching the V8 Supercars, again, it's just one of the premier events of the year. Yep. For us, V8 Supercars is a realistically, it's a one race event for us these days. I mean, we're not avid watchers. There's different podcasts for that. So
it's our local like Aussie touring cars.
It used to be like Holden versus Ford, and your dad used to drive either a Commodore or a Falcon, and it really pulled on the heartstrings. But nowadays, it's just a different world. Yeah. So. And I think the downfall of V8s is the accessibility of both Formula 1 and MotoGP now. You can watch it easily online. So, anyway, we'll get on that to another time. But, famous for obviously the Chase, Skyline, the Dipper. Yeah. I mean, just classic. The Great. Yeah. Classic, corner names. And personally, never been. James, you've been a couple of times to...
You'll never understand how steep it is until you're actually there. Bathurst, it is... disgustingly steep.
Yeah, it's something that I would love to have to experience one day. It's obviously known for the Bathurst 1000, but really popular now, the GT3 12-hour. I mean, that's just a huge event. And I reckon maybe will surpass the big race in one day. I think that I agree. What they do there in that event is just incredible. So.
And it's very, very well known. Like I know it is, even our American listeners normally tune into the Bathurst 1000, but like Valentino Rossi races there as well. Like it's
in the GT3
class. Like it is a huge event, and everyone knows. Remember that famous footage of Darrell Waltrip? Have you seen that? I've got the NASCAR legend going down.
Oh my god!
Going down the corkscrew. Going down the corkscrew. But it is a wild track, and made famous by Peter Brock and all those drivers back then.
Yes.
But the racing was just always it's one of those tracks like Spa. If you don't know Bathurst, it could be raining on top of the mountain and it could be bone dry on the bottom.
And everyone listening to Australia will know this, but like you had Bathurst parties back in the day. You used to go over to people's houses and just drink all day, have the barbecue on, have the Bathurst in the background. It was like that. It was just classic moments in history. Like, there was a stage where like the Nissan Skylines came into it and were dominating, and then everyone was booing them because
you're all pack of arseholes.
Because it's, it was so, it's so, in our blood, this Holden versus Ford.
It was very raw.
The new generation coming through now, it's just not a thing. Like they probably prefer the Skyline now. So
probably.
So that was third. Second.
That's a good one. Number 3, bro. Well done.
My second favorite track in the world. And now, could be biased, but it's Silverstone.
Wow. Fuck, I would never have thought this.
Silverstone is just the best circuit. And you touched on it earlier in the podcast. We've got a track that is so good for F1, so good for MotoGP, wide, so many passing opportunities. Like looking at turn 1, you cover the inside of turn 1, then you run wide, then you got to take the tight turn 2. The person behind you takes a wider line, then you got the straight, and then a quick left hand, and then you got DRS. I mean, it's such good racing. So love the circuit, always love the circuit. I think it's really developed a bit of a in the last probably 5 years. It's got better and better with MotoGP.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think at the start it was sort of they obviously had the two different front straights. The MotoGP were using the old front straight, and then I think it's all gone back to the one now. So it's Copse, Maggots and Beckett's, Chapel, just huge racing heritage there, isn't there?
Huge racing heritage. Obviously they've got two. It's huge. It's got 2 pits through there as well. Like
birthplace of Formula 1.
There you go.
First Formula 1 race was there, 1950.
I didn't know that.
The Queen or the King was there. amazing moment in history of time. So,
I reckon that was a Queen Elizabeth.
yes, it would have been.
That's interesting. But yeah, Silverstone, really good one. And I would actually say for a very, very long time, until this day, underrated.
Yeah, definitely. It's just got every corner has just got something unique about it.
And you know what it is? Every corner is a passing opportunity.
Yeah,
Bikes and cars.
it is. You're right.
Just about.
And then the number one
I know what this one is.
has to be
Yeah.
Spa-Francorchamps.
Yeah.
It's just the most amazing circuit in the world. I mean, not only have you got obviously the Eau Rouge Raidillon complex, turn 2, but you know you've got the Kimmel Straight. You've got some beautiful S's. You've got that fast left-hander at the bottom of the circuit. The fast sort of left-hander, the second last corner. It's just the ultimate driver's track.
Yep.
You know, the ultimate driver's track.
You got weather elements to it as well.
Iconic elevation changes. I mean, high-speed corners, as we touched on. Unpredictable weather, James.
Yeah.
Unpredictable weather. As I said, it's the ultimate driver's track. Known, obviously, for Formula One. You got the World Endurance Championship goes there as well. The 24-hour Spa. You got the GT World Challenge. And the most amazing thing about Spa is it used to be a long, very long 15-kilometer circuit, you know. So it used to come up the Eau Rouge Raidillon section and then just continue for a very long time, then come back and then sort of finish in that, you know, bus stop chicane it used to be called. But they've created this circuit in the middle of the track that's still amazing, still has a lot of heritage, still everyone loves, and they haven't butchered it. So some would say, like, for example, Hockenheim, they did the same thing, but it just doesn't have the same zing, you know,
Yeah.
as what Spa has. So that's my top 5.